When you think of the earliest inhabitants of the Americas, you probably picture nomadic hunter-gatherers, pursuing herds of wild game across the Great Plains, or perhaps living in rudimentary dwellings along the edges of dense forests. These images stem from a long-held belief that the story of the Americas begins and ends with the ancestors of modern Native Americans. However, what if I told you that the history of the Americas stretches back further than we ever imagined, and that the people we traditionally think of as the first inhabitants weren't actually the first at all? And even more shocking, recent scientific discoveries have revealed the existence of a mysterious ghost population. These people who inhabited the continents tens of thousands of years ago bear little genetic resemblance to the Native Americans we know today, and their story has only just begun to unfold. Let us dive deep into the world of genetics and archaeology and uncover the secrets of this forgotten civilization. For centuries, the narrative of the Americas has centered around the idea that the first humans arrived in North America across the Bering Land Bridge roughly 13,000 years ago. From here, they moved south into the heart of the continent, eventually spreading throughout North and South America and becoming the direct ancestors of all indigenous populations. This theory, known as the Clovis First model, was widely accepted until the late 20th century, when new archaeological findings cast doubt on its central claims. One of the first cracks in the Clovis First model appeared with the discovery of pre-Clovis sites. Archaeologists unearthed evidence of human activity in North America dating back as far as 14,500 years ago, predating the Clovis culture. Prominent examples include the pre-Clovis site of Monte Verde in Chile and the Paisley Cave in Oregon, which provided clear evidence of human occupation prior to the emergence of Clovis's culture. This challenged the notion that Clovis's people were the first humans in the Americas, and suggested a more complex and nuanced history. But the real seismic shift came with the advent of ancient DNA analysis. In 2015, a team of scientists led by S.K. Willerslev and David Reich extracted DNA from the well-preserved remains of a young boy named Anza Kwan, buried in Montana 12,600 years ago. Their analysis revealed that his DNA was closely linked to that of modern Native Americans, supporting the idea that they shared a common ancestor. However, further studies of ancient remains across the Americas uncovered something that defied expectations. Ancient skeletons from Lagoa Santa in Brazil and the Upward Sun River site in Alaska showed a genetic signature that linked them to populations in Oceania, specifically Australo-Melanesians, including Papuans, Aboriginal Australians, and the Andaman Islanders. These populations are located thousands of miles away, and their genetic connection to ancient Americans was unexpected and intriguing. What's more, this genetic link was not found in later Native American groups, suggesting a missing piece in the puzzle of early American history. In the years following these groundbreaking discoveries, more genetic studies shed light on the complex story of early inhabitants of the Americas. The term ghost population was coined because, although these people contributed their genes to the ancestral pool of modern Native Americans, they left no direct descendants among contemporary indigenous groups. This absence makes them a ghost lineage in the genetic record. The story of the ghost population is not a simple one. The archaeological and genetic evidence tells a tale of multiple waves of migration and a complex web of relationships between early inhabitants. As scientists continue to analyze ancient remains and unearth new artifacts, The details of this vanished population are slowly coming to light. As we dig deeper into the mystery, let's take a look at some of the key characteristics that define the ghost population. First, their geographic distribution. The genetic signature of the ghost population is most pronounced in South America, particularly in Brazil, but has also been found in Alaska and other parts of North America. This suggests a vast territorial range, hinting at a sophisticated and widespread culture. Second, their physical appearance. Although skeletal remains are often fragmented and difficult to study, some physical traits have been noted in the few complete skeletons that have been discovered. The ghost population is thought to have had longer skulls, narrower faces, and more robust builds compared to later Native American groups. These traits align more closely with those of Australo-Melanesian populations, further strengthening the link between ancient Americans and Pacific Islanders. Third, their material culture. Archaeologists are still working to uncover the material remains associated with the ghost population. However, some sites in South America, such as Lapa do Santo in Brazil, have yielded artifacts that may be linked to this ancient group. These items include distinctive stone tools, jewelry made from animal teeth and bones, and other personal adornments that may help us understand their cultural practices. The mystery deepens when we consider the potential origins of the ghost population. While the prevailing view holds that early inhabitants of the Americas can be traced back to Asia, the ghost population complicates this narrative. Their genetic similarities to Australo-Melanesians raise the possibility of a migration across the Pacific Ocean. A journey of approximately 5,000 miles. This challenges the conventional understanding of ancient migration patterns and raises intriguing questions about the capabilities of early seafarers. If they did indeed arrive in the Americas via boat, it would suggest a level of maritime technology and navigational skill that was previously underestimated. Unfortunately, the exact fate of the ghost population remains shrouded in uncertainty. Several theories attempt to explain their disappearance from the historical record. One possibility is that they were replaced by later migrations of people from Asia. As the ancestors of modern Native Americans spread across the continent, they may have encountered and absorbed the ghost population, forcing them into smaller territories or even causing their extinction. Another theory suggests that the ghost population was not completely wiped out, but rather genetically diluted through interbreeding with incoming groups. Over millennia, their distinct genetic markers could have become so faint as to be virtually undetectable in modern Native Americans. Lastly, it's possible that the ghost population retreated into isolated pockets, where they faced challenges such as environmental shifts, disease, or conflict with other groups. Eventually, they may have succumbed to these pressures, leaving behind only fragmented remains and tantalizing clues in the archaeological record. Despite the gaps in our knowledge, the discovery of the ghost population has revolutionized our understanding of American prehistory. It paints a picture of a continent that was once home to a diverse array of peoples, each with their own unique cultures and histories. No longer can we view the story of the Americas as a monolithic narrative of a single ancestral group. Instead, we must embrace the complexity and diversity of early American life, acknowledging the contributions of all who called this land home. As we conclude our exploration of the ghost population, several key points deserve emphasis. First, the ghost population serves as a reminder of the limitations of traditional historical narratives. By relying solely on the archaeological and genetic evidence, we are able to uncover stories that challenge conventional wisdom and expand our understanding of the past. In the case of the ghost population, their existence and eventual disappearance defy the simple narratives that have dominated historical discussions of the Americas. Secondly, the story of the ghost population underscores the importance of studying underrepresented regions and populations. Much of our knowledge about early American history has focused on areas like the eastern United States and Mesoamerica. However, regions like the Amazon, Andes, and coastal areas remain relatively understudied. As we continue to explore these regions, we may uncover additional evidence of the ghost population and other enigmatic groups, enriching our understanding of their cultures and lifeways. Finally, the mystery of the ghost population highlights the need for interdisciplinary collaboration. Unraveling the complexities of early American history requires the combined efforts of archaeologists, geneticists, anthropologists, and other experts. By working together, these specialists can integrate various forms of evidence to create a more comprehensive and nuanced picture of the past. In conclusion, the discovery of the ghost population has left an indelible mark on our understanding of American history. These vanished people, with their unique genetic signature, intriguing physical traits, and potential links to ancient Pacific cultures, offer a glimpse into a world that once thrived on the American continents. As we continue to explore their story, we must embrace the complexities of the past and acknowledge the diversity of cultures that have shaped the Americas. Through interdisciplinary collaboration and a commitment to uncovering underrepresented voices, we can piece together the fragmented narrative of the ghost population and celebrate their legacy as part of the rich tapestry of human history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing for more fascinating historical tales. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of our past.